So what are some of the basic vocabulary that we'll be using in geometry? So we're going to go through some of these and do diagrams and then outline what they actually are. And the foundation of everything is the points. Again, you should all know what a point is. This is a position in space in a plane with no length or width. Pretty much there's no dimension to a point. It's just marking a position. Now, if we connect 2 points, so 2 connected points, forms a segment. So if I take 2 points and I connect it, that'll make a segment. And if I name these points, say A and B, this would be segment AB, and we denote with just a line above it. So that's point going to segment. This has 1 dimension, but a segment has endpoints. A line is a set of connected points that continues infinitely. So I have my points just like a segment, I'll say A and B, but instead of stopping, my line extends forever, and we show that by doing these arrows at the end. So this would be line AB, and I would show that with my little arrows on my label. So we went from point, no dimension, segment 1 dimension, line 1 dimension going in both directions. And then we can specify 2 types of lines, of special lines. So a vertical line is the line that extends up and down. So think about when you jump vertically. So my points on my line. So a vertical line extends up and down. A horizontal line extends left and right, like the horizon. So this is one that goes directly left and right. So those are my 2 special kinds of lines. Now let's say that instead of both ends extending, a line that has 1 endpoint that extends infinitely in the other direction. So I have 1 endpoint. And then, so we're still looking at a line, so we've got AB. But in this case, I'm only extending past B. So I have 1 point that stops and 1 side that goes on forever. This is called a ray. Now, if I take 2 rays and connect them, so this is the distance in between 2 rays. That shouldn't be there. So let's say I have a ray going this way. This is A, B, and then I have another ray, so common endpoint. Say this is C. My angle is my distance between. This we usually denote with the degree sign. That's my angle. Now going back to lines, I have 2 kinds of lines I could have. Parallel lines are 2 lines that never meet, so they never intersect, they never cross. So I have 1 line and then another line. And these will never cross. Let's call this line, we'll say AB, and we'll call this one CD. We would say that AB, line AB, is parallel to CD. Now, if they do meet, this is 2 lines that cross at a point. So let's say I have line AB Intersecting means they're crossing. So we've got this cross. We'll say we're still looking at CD. And I'm intersecting at this point here. We'll call it E because that's nice and close. So that's my intersection point. So this is my vocabulary. These are all those basics that I'm going to be using in geometry.